What up YouTube, it's ALLDAYANTHONY, and today we're in the Evo for another Evo vlog. Today's video is actually something a lot of people have been asking for, which is a mod walkthrough of my modestly modded Evo 9 MR.
I feel the fire, fire. I feel the fire, fire. I feel the fire, fire. It's burning inside of me. I feel the fire, fire. I feel the fire, fire.
So right now we're on our way to the same spot I filmed my old SV650 review and the Speed Triple sound test. For now, I'll kind of give you guys, I guess, just the history of the car in the 4 years I've owned it, and just a timeline of all the mods I've done. So, going back to the very beginning, I call this car my barn find, or my barn car, because it literally was in a barn when I found it. The previous owner was a helicopter pilot who pretty much just used the Evo as just a weekend driver when he wasn't flying. So the first time I went to his house to check out the car, he tells me to come to his backyard, to his barn, which was, I thought, kind of weird, because I was like, dude, are you gonna pull out a machete, pitchfork, an Evo? What are you doing? And I'm standing outside the barn, and I hear the car start for the first time, and I was just like, yep, that's my car, that's my car. So it was at that moment I set my eyes on the cleanest Evo I had ever seen. And I'm not trying to be biased, but I mean, literally, it was just flawless, man. I mean, it was just the closest condition of any Evo I've seen to like showroom quality, and it was, I just had to buy it, I knew it. So I got an amazing deal on the car. It had 49,000 miles, and it was about 95% stock. And I say 95% because the car only had 2 mods on it. It had an ETS catback, which was basically brand new. It had only been on the car for a couple months, and it had the orbital doubled-in conversion kit, which is this guy right here. So the first year I had the car, I kept it exactly how I bought it. Didn't do any mods, mainly for the fact that it was just a new car to me, man. I went from a Civic to an Evo, and it was such a big jump that I didn't need to go crazy with mods. You know, it was plenty fast for me, and I also just didn't want to break anything, to be honest. Really, like, the goal for the Evo was just to build a better Evo. It wasn't to build a drag car, it wasn't to build an autocross car, it wasn't to do anything crazy or anything specific, but just build a better version of what it already was. So let me find a place to park, and I will give you guys a walkthrough of everything I've done. So with the car parked, we're going to start off with the exterior mods of the car, then work our way to the engine, and then interior mods of the car. One of my favorite appearance mods I'd put on the car was the SE front lip, also known as the Special Edition front lip, which came on the Special Edition Evo 9. Now, you could get it on the MR version from the factory if you requested the appearance package, but since mine didn't have it, I had to buy it afterwards. So it's about a $300 front lip. It's not cheap, man. And then you have to get it color matched, which is also kind of a chore in itself, because matching this graphite gray is pretty damn hard. So it's definitely way more aggressive than the MR GSR lip, and it actually just hangs a little bit lower, which is pretty damn cool looking. Now, coming around the side of the car, one of the things I did was put on the OEM Mitsubishi window visors. These things are pretty badass, and I would say they're pretty much permanent because they clip right in here to the window seal, and they actually stick on here with some 3M tape. So once they're on there, I don't think they're going anywhere. Now, another appearance mod which I consider a necessity is the Evo 9 JDM rear bumper. This thing's awesome, dude. It's got a little diffuser thing on the bottom, makes it look way more aggressive from the rear, but also not cheap. It's about 500 bucks for the bumper, another 300 for paint, and again, matching the gray isn't the easiest job, but I did get it color matched. And then for the bottom diffuser portion, most people go with, it's called Elysian Gray, which is the JDM color, but I actually went with the Evo 10 Black Pearl color, which stands out pretty nice on sunlight, but it's kind of hard to tell from right here, but I dig it, dude. I think it's a really good looking color. Now, another little visual mod I did is the Rally Armor Mud Flaps. So, I'm not trying to be a Subaru, alright? I'm not trying to, but they do serve a purpose, and they are functional. You know, in the snow and everything else, it keeps a bunch of just shit from getting on the rear bumper and on the quarter panel and doors, so I can't really hate on them. They work well, and they actually look pretty good from the rear, man. They look pretty damn good. Kind of make it look a little bit fatter, I guess. Just a little bit. So let's move to some of the funner things. So, Evo 10 wheels. If you saw my previous Evo vlog, you'll know that I picked these up. I still have the BBS MR wheels, the actually special edition wheels, which are diamond black, but I picked these up and I think these look awesome on the car. they're cheap. If something breaks, I can replace them. I don't have to worry about them being, you know, a $2,000 set of wheels, which is nice because I'm pretty OCD, and they look good. 18-inch wheels, a little bit wider than the BBS wheels, which is nice, so I can put a little bit of a fatter tire on them. I think I'm running a 245 on these, and no issues so far. As far as tires, I'm running the Potenza RE 760s, and absolutely love them. So far so good, man. You'll have to excuse the dirty wheels. I didn't clean them up before coming out here. But moving on to brakes, I am running Centric Premium slotted rotors. They're zinc plated so they don't rust, but I got them slotted by Rotor Pros. Pretty great rotors, man. I actually don't have any qualms with them. They're not too expensive. They were pretty cheap, to be honest. They're actually cheaper than my brake pads because I'm running the Ferodo DS2500s, and they are way too aggressive. I mean they're perfect for like a track day or autocross car, but for daily driving I'd say they're just a little much. No real lipping on the rotors yet, but I can definitely see that being an issue if I were to be driving the car really hard. But I got them on the front and on the rear. But so far so good. It's just a better brake setup than stock. It stops on a dime. I mean, the car literally stops so fast that it makes my stomach hurt. It's really intense. So I do recommend it. Here's the exhaust I mentioned. It's an ETS catback, which is ETS piping with a vibrant muffler. Awesome sounding exhaust, dude. I think it's probably the best Evo 9 exhaust out there for the price and for the sound. Not trying to be biased, just trying to be honest. ETS makes some just fantastic products, but you can see it goes all the way down. Pretty fat pipe, dude. Looks good. Looks really good. Has a nice little kick up from the back. So the last little thing I'd consider an exterior mod is the Swift Spec R springs, which the car is sitting on. As some people know, the MR comes with Bilstein struts straight from the factory, which are absolutely awesome. However, I wanted to drop the ride height a little bit and also make the car a little bit more comfortable and handle better. So the Swift Spec Rs were an awesome option. About 350 to 400 bucks, I believe, is how much they were. But what they do is they drop the car about 1.5 inches in the front there. And on the 18-inch wheels, it's a perfect drop. And in the rear, drops at about, I think, 0.08. All right, so let's move on to the fun part of the video, which is engine mods. Don't get too excited. Like I said, it's nothing crazy. It's a pretty modest setup, but I absolutely love it. I pretty much did all the mods in one big run just because I spent so many months researching everything I wanted with brands and builds and everything else, and I found that ETS pretty much had all the bolt-ons I could ask for and kind of just proved themselves in quality. So I pretty much went with everything ETS. So Extreme Turbo Systems, if you're watching this, you guys make awesome products. I love everything you guys have. So the first things I picked up were the short route intercooler piping. So it's the ETS titanium piping. It's got that nice little titanium glow to it. So it's the short route upper and then the lower down there, which you can't really see. But upon picking that up, I also picked up the ETS intake. Really nice little setup. I didn't want to run SD on the car yet, which is a speed density tune. I wanted to still rock the MAF for right now, just because I'm not pushing enough power for speed density. And the MAF is kind of like it's a nice little security system to protect the engine. So I'm totally fine with running MAF right now. So it's got the K&N air filter going down to the ETS pipe. One thing I did bring to ETS's attention is that the filter doesn't really fit too well if you're rocking the Evo 9 because you have the ACD reservoir, which it just kind of sits on. So I kind of had to shave away parts of this to get it to where it doesn't jack up the filter itself. But other than that, since I'm running the short route piping, I needed to rock a mini battery, which is also the ETS battery. No qualms with it. Pretty great battery for the price. It comes with the mount and the bracket and everything. But the first battery took a shit on me after about 8 months, but ETS was cool and sent me another one. So thank you for that. Other than that, I am rocking the manual boost control. It's a Hallman HBC. I know everybody asks me, why don't you go electronic boost control? EBC is the best. But dude, for the price and for the functionality of a manual boost controller, you really can't beat it. I said it once about a year and a half ago, just to the PSI I needed, and I haven't had to touch it since. So it's held boost great, and I just haven't had any issues. People told me with the weather that I'm either going to be peaking boost or dropping boost, and that's not true, man. Weather hasn't affected it at all. So manual boost controller for the win, guys. I mean, it's been awesome. Other little visual mod I did, because that's pretty much everything in the engine bay, is the ARC manifold cover. And I spent probably a year tracking this down just because this is the one I wanted. It matches the titanium piping, looks pretty good. And I kept the stock snorkel on just because it actually does help flow into the filter. I did some research on the EVOM forums, and it actually did some tests, and I guess they did conclude that it did help. So that's the engine bay, guys. Nothing crazy, but it's clean. I like it, and yeah, I dig it. So I guess I'd consider this an engine mod. I did this with everything else. It's actually under the back seat, if this counts, but it's the fuel pump. So I'm running the Wally 255, the Walbro, and it's awesome. I mean, dude, it gives me fuel. So and it was definitely needed with all the extra air mods. Yeah, fuel, air, exhaust, intake, piping, nothing crazy. Like I said, it's a pretty modest build, but with the tune, I couldn't be happier. All right, so shortest part of the video is interior mods. I like simple. I like simple and clean. I didn't do anything crazy. I don't have 50 gauges up here. I kept it pretty clean. I didn't rice it out too much. So, like I said before, I'm running the Orbital Double DIN, the ATH navigation system. I dig it. It's pretty old. It's not compatible with anything that's current nowadays as far as Bluetooth or anything, but I don't mind it. I have my AC relocated down to there. I am running a Pro Sport. I can't remember which boost gauge this is, but it basically has a peak light on it along with a overboost sensor which starts beeping at you. So nothing crazy there. And then of course I have my my air fuel ratio gauge, which I'm just running the AEM wideband. Nothing crazy. Definitely needed it for the tuning process, but yeah, got it hidden away there so it's not flashing in my face 24/7. But other than that, guys, it's just a pretty clean interior. I just literally just make sure it's a clean and nice place to be. I don't need anything elaborate or anything crazy. All right, guys, so that pretty much wraps up the mods on the car. The only thing I didn't talk about was the tune I have on it. So the tune was actually the best mod I got for the car, and the one thing I should have done from the beginning, but I was just too scared to do, and I needed a reason to, and getting the mods kind of pushed me to tune the car. So like I said, I did everything in one big run. I bought the mods for the engine, and then within a month I had the tuning going on. So the tuning process, it's something I'll probably make a separate video for, but I spent months researching tuners on the EVOM forums, just on different Evo forums, mainly for the fact that I wanted to go with a remote tuner because there wasn't really anybody reputable I mean, I live in Idaho, right? So it's like, who am I supposed to go to? And anybody that claimed they could tune an Evo usually had pretty shitty results with other cars. So I wanted somebody that really knew their shit and really wasn't gonna blow up my car. So after a ton of research, I ended up going with a guy named Christian who runs Pure Drive Performance. He's located in Colorado, and it was probably the best tuning experience I could have ever asked for. Honestly, it was awesome. Like I said, I'll probably make a separate video on the whole e-tune, remote tuning process, but I couldn't be happier, man. The guy did exactly what I wanted. I wanted a reliable tune, above all, that was still fun, that wasn't gonna blow up my motor, and still kick some ass. So I know a lot of people are pretty weird about talking about their numbers or how much power they're making, but like I said, I have a modest Evo. It's a modest build. It's nothing crazy, so I'll tell you right now, I am making 325 wheel horsepower and 330 foot-pounds of torque. So it was a significant jump from factory. It's a huge jump from factory. The car feels like a completely different car. I'm running about 24 pounds of boost, and AFRs are absolutely beautiful. And yeah, like I said, dude, I couldn't be happier. Like, it was the perfect tune. The guy had the best customer service I could ever ask for. Tune was hands down above all the best thing I did. But I would say if you are if you do have an Evo and tuning is on your priority, make sure you get all your mods knocked out at once so you don't have to retune after you get mods. All right, so that's the Evo, guys. Again, if you guys like the Evo content, if you guys like the channel, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you're feeling crazy. Other than that, I appreciate all your support. This is All Day Anthony. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.